Hey everybody, this is Jimmy Valentine with a brief review of two new comics I picked up tonight. One is Starlord 1 and Batman Adventures with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue 1 and issue 2. So first I'll start with Starlord. I am a big fan of the Starlord, the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I'm a big fan of the Starlord character. I'll be honest, I haven't read much Guardians of the Galaxy comics, so I was looking forward to reading a story arc for just Starlord because I think he's one of my favorite characters in the film so far for the MCU. The story is basically that Starlord is stranded in Brooklyn because of the events in Civil War. His ship was destroyed during the events of Civil War, and the other Guardians of the Galaxy have decided not to talk to him because of his actions during Civil War. So he's essentially stranded in a Brooklyn apartment. The story deals with him trying to reintegrate himself into society, try to figure out what he wants to do while he's stuck on Earth, and also try to figure out a way to get back to his adventures in the galaxy. I'll be honest, I wasn't that thrilled with this storyline. I felt like it might go in interesting directions, but the character seems to not have much culture shock because he's probably traveled to Earth a few times in the Marvel comics, so there wasn't much humor in that. He seems to have been engaged with Kitty Pryde at one point, and she's mad at him, and he sees her doing a field trip because she's a teacher for the X-Men school. Old Man Logan's in the story. The interactions between Star-Lord and Old Man Logan are probably the most interesting parts of it. There's a part where Star-Lord decides to save a woman that's going to be assassinated, and the police arrest him. So I'm not exactly sure how the story arc's going to go. It's not what I wanted. I really love the cover art, and it's the reason I picked up the book, but I felt that it wasn't the space adventure that I thought it was going to be, and I don't know if I'm willing to keep up with the character just being marauded in Brooklyn. Alright, now with the Batman Adventures, I picked this up because of this cover. I just thought the cover was incredible. It's kind of the way I imagine Harley Quinn as a character, just fun and sexy and dangerous, but not overly sexual or stripper or psychotic. More just like a dangerous sexy. So this is probably one of my favorite comics that I've read in the last 4 or 5 years. It's really fun. It's very in the spirit of both story types. It's just like watching a Batman the Animated Series cartoon. It's the Ninja Turtles from the Nickelodeon storylines, so it's the teenage April O'Neil, and the characters slightly less aggressive than they are in their original comics, and slightly more intelligent than they were in their 90s cartoons. So what's happening in these stories is that the Krang portal from Dimension X has been stolen by one of the villains in Gotham City, who's imported all of Batman's villains into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle world. And the Ninja Turtles are being confronted with different villains like Clayface and Poison Ivy. The Joker has tried to make dealings with the Foot Clan, and they do this great bit where he's basically doing the Heath Ledger thing of, do you want to see a magic trick? And then he throws a bomb at Bebop and Rocksteady. He wires all these bombs in this warehouse to go off if the Shredder attacks him. It's exactly what you want from these characters. It's fun, it's light. I'm more of a Marvel fan. Like I've read more Marvel comics than DC comics in my life, but just having something that's fun and free-spirited, it's nice not to have to know every single historic event with a character and just be able to pick up a comic and enjoy it, especially if like the characterization is well done. And the characterization is really well done in the Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics. So if you're a fan of comics, I would definitely recommend it. I love the brief scene of Joker and Harley interacting is great, because most people feel like the Joker and Harley relationship should be abusive, where I feel it should be more like annoyance. Like the Joker doesn't hate Harley, and maybe he even misses her sometimes, but it's more of like this person, like a puppy who's constantly needs his attention, and he gets irritated with her, but I don't think he wants to hurt her or that he hates her. I feel like that's the best version of that character. Just like someone who's getting annoyed with somebody, and it's funny because it's relatable if you've been in a long-term relationship. So yeah, I would definitely say if you like comics, pick up this Batman and Ninja Turtle adventure stories. It's great. I'm really looking forward to the next issue. The only thing I would say is the issues are kind of short. It's like maybe 20 pages, but it kind of works perfectly if they decide to adapt this to a cartoon. All right, have a good night, guys. Bye.